All right, boys and girls, it is time for Honesty Hour. So, you may have read from the title that yes, I am not excited for the Crown Tundra, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first off, I just want to say that this video isn't a doom and gloom video. I'm telling you that you shouldn't be. It's just me giving my personal opinion, and maybe you can relate to a little bit what I'm saying, or maybe you'll be like, actually, Daniel, I think you're stupid, you're full of idiotness, and I don't agree at all. So, why am I not excited for the Crown Tundra, and why am I making this video? I'm making this video because it's a question that I've been asked a lot, especially recently since it is going to be released very soon on the 22nd or 23rd, depending on where you live. I don't really know exactly what the time zones and all that will mean, but it's coming out soon. People have been asking me on my streams a lot, hey, Patterrz, are you hyped for the Crown Tundra? Are you excited for the Crown Tundra? Or my favorite, are you exited for the Crown Tundra? Because no one can seem to spell it correctly for some reason. But honestly, every time I give my honest answer. I'm not one to sit here and pretend to be some emotion that I'm not. So I say no. Sir, we have a Pokeshuber saying that they're not excited for the new Pokemon DLC.
What? They must be punished!
Not at all. And the reasoning for that is because I don't think in this DLC there's really much for me personally. So if we go ahead and look at what it says on the Pokemon website about the Crown Tundra, it says it's the second area you'll visit with your expansion pass. You can see a vast landscape with drifts of glittering snow, snowy mountains, and a small tight-knit community. There'll be a man named Peony who will assign you as the leader of an expedition. You'll be tasked with reaching the frozen land, the depths of the Pokemon dens, and something max raid battles, legendary Pokemon, etc., etc. So essentially, all the information that we've really gotten about the Crown Tundra in every single trailer is that there are legendaries. There will be a tournament that doubles tournaments. You can do max raid battles. There are legendaries. You can catch legendary Pokemon. You can do max raid battles. You can catch legendary Pokemon. You can do max raid battles. You can walk around a cold area. You can catch legendaries. Now, that might sound amazing for a lot of you guys, and you know, it probably is. Like, there's lots of reasons for people to be, you know, excited about this. You know, we got Pokemon coming back that weren't in the game before. You got the max raid things, which I personally don't care about at all. We have the new Galarian legendaries, which sound really cool, but let me tell you why I don't personally care about any of this. So I don't think there's anything in this for me because I am personally more of a story-driven player, and when it comes to Pokemon, that means I get the very bare minimum. I get the dregs that are left over after everyone has sapped and sucked from the teat of Game Freak. I come along and there's no milk left, unfortunately. It's time for a cup of tea. No! I am someone that prefers to play games for an at least a good adventure or an in-depth story. That's the kind of way I like to play games, especially single-player games, and that's exactly what this is. Unless you count the max raid battles, which, again, I don't really care about that much. But Pat, there's legendaries coming back. It's gonna be amazing. Yes, but you can only get them through the max raid battles. But Pat, there's gonna be new legendary forms. There's new Reggies. There's no Galarian forms of the birds. And I'm thinking, oh my god, this sounds amazing. Right. Is there gonna be like a cool story behind like doing that? Or is there? I hope that there is. I assume that there is. But after the Isle of Armor kind of disappointed me, I'm thinking now that maybe there isn't. I am the kind of person that when it comes to DLCs, I'm thinking about the Fallout DLCs. I'm thinking about the story-driven, the wide open areas, because it relates to that so closely. A new brand new wide open area with new NPCs, new potential story, new things to do, items to collect, places to go, things to see. All of this. These two, Crown Tundra and the Fallout DLCs, they seem to be the same, but they're not. At least from what I've seen from the Isle of Armor and from what I've seen from what they've advertised from the Crown Tundra so far. Because in the Crown Tundra and in Pokemon in general, the NPCs don't really actually feel like people. They just feel like creatures that are assigned to an area to provide you a service. Whereas, example, in the Fallout games, the NPCs are actual people that have goals, that have stories behind them, that have wants and that have needs. And I'm being very basic with this. I'm being very generous to Bethesda here. I'm not going to compare the Crown Tundra or the Isle of Armor to things like The Witcher 3's Blood and Wine or The Elder Scrolls Oblivion's Shivering Isles. Because that would be the equivalent of putting Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring with a newborn puppy that has 2 legs. It just wouldn't be fair. So essentially what I'm seeing here, and from what Game Freak has advertised, is there's not really a whole lot of storyness going on here. There's no reason to get invested in any of the characters because at the end of the day, it's all kind of irrelevant anyway. At least that's how I felt when I played through the Isle of Armor, is everything was relatively just inconsequential. You went there were things and people that would provide you services, there was a little bit of story, and that was kinda it. And in this game, it seems like they're pulling back even less on advertising story-related things because they don't really talk about it at all. They talk about the legendary Pokemon, they talk about like figuring things out, but it doesn't really seem like there's an adventure to go on here. If I'm speaking correctly, we see many pieces of concept art. Like the land looks pretty. I will say that the land looks pretty. The areas where you find the Regis look cool, but I don't think there's gonna be anything super interesting behind those areas where you find the Regis. Back in the day, you could figure out a puzzle and you'd be able to unlock the legendaries. Who knows if it'll even have a puzzle this time? I assume that it will. And again, I want to say that this is all based off of the speculation that I have based on what Game Freak has done in the past and what they've advertised for this. So if I just play the advertisement that they showed, they literally showed things like just kind of walking around, catching Pokemon, seeing new legendaries. But there's really nothing going on that would invest me in this. We have Calyrex here, and I'm assuming, I have to assume that there's gotta be something there. But from what I've seen so far from Game Freak, it doesn't look like there's gonna be a huge amount of interesting stuff there for me personally. So again, you can have as much excitement as you want, that's totally fine. But from the kind of like player that I am, none of this really draws me in. Like this tournament seems cool, but like what's the point? Like what do you get from it? For competitive players, this is fantastic. I'm not a competitive player though. You get new Pokemon, you get new items. That's great for competitive players, that's amazing. Not for me. All the Pokemon coming back, all the legendaries, that's great. But you know what? All these Galarian birds, all these new Regis, the main thing I'd be excited about is the ability to shiny hunt them. And Game Freak doesn't like fun, so I really doubt that they're even gonna let me shiny hunt them. That's the main thing that I would be excited for. It just seems like everything that I would be really hyped about in this just kind of gets like cut out, which is why, I mean, I'm still gonna play it. I want you people to know that I'm still gonna play it, and that I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that I love it. I really do. But just from what I've seen so far, it doesn't seem like I will. Even though we see a lot of flashy images here, and it looks exciting, and there's a lot of jump cuts, but whatever is there here to actually care about? I don't know. What am I caring about here? I have no idea. And again, I am gonna play it, I'm gonna stream it probably. I'm gonna upload it to the YouTube channel, so I'm sure that people will come into the stream chat and be like,
Oh, Patterrz, you said that you weren't excited for this. Why are you playing it?
because I want it to be good. I really do want it to be good. But just for me personally, I don't know if there's a huge amount here. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you can't. Again, if you're a competitive player, you like that kind of thing, new items, Pokemon coming back, it's gonna be sick for you. If you just wanna go around and collect legendaries, you don't care about anything else, again, it's gonna be sick for you. If you like max raid battles, it's gonna be sick for you, but it's maybe not gonna be so sick for other types of players. So that's why I'm not excited for it. And you can let me know what your opinions are on the comments section below. It's all up to interpretation and your opinions, and I would love to hear it. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you have not already, because we will be playing the Crown Tundra here, and I will be going in with a positive attitude and really hoping that I like it. I swear to God. I really hope that I like it. Isle of Armor was a massive disappointment to me. I got there hoping that there was gonna be cool quests there, and they told me to find 150 Diglett, and I said, haha, no. So, we'll see. Again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you actually like this video too, if you do enjoy it. Whether you disagree or whether you agree, I'd appreciate it. And also, make sure that you buy a noodle. They're running out of time, only until the 23rd of October. Once the Crown Tundra is out, these guys will be gone forever. So buy a noodle today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.